Hello everyone, Josh here with Anime Impact, bringing you guys some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links news. So we're gonna do a review quickly about the new Serious Chazz event. We got some huge news we also need to talk about after that, and possibly a big middle finger to free-to-play players, which is completely insane. We'll get into all that good stuff. A lot of stuff has dropped, like a big bombshell of information. It's just exploded all over Duel Links right now, so a lot to cover. But we're going to try and get through everything as fast as possible. First, we're going to talk about the new Chazz event. So the new Chazz event is now live till the 13th. There's been a lot of problems where the event's been getting taken away, coming back, taken away again. I had like an hour of surge to even get in. It is now 4 a.m. I've been trying to get this going since 2:30 when maintenance was supposed to be over. So Konami, you should be giving out some compensation gems because this has been a complete disaster. Anyways, so Chazzathon is underway. Let's go ahead and talk about that for a moment. As you guys can see right here, Armed Dragon level 10 is a reward. We'll talk about all that in a moment. Let's go ahead and click details here. Okay. The Chazzathon has begun. Duel to fill up the duel meter and receive rewards. So this is a duelathon slash roaming event. We've been having these lately, these new hybrid events, which, anyway. We also have a card flipper campaign, but I'm not going to really talk about that because the card's kind of trash anyway, like they mostly are. So I'm just completely cut that from this video. Who cares? Anyway, so we got daily rewards here. So if you fill up your duel meter for the second time for today, you'll be able to get a copy of Infernal Incinerator. And this is a 6-star fire attribute, 2800 attack, 1800 defense, fiend effect. This card can only be normal summoned or set by discarding all the cards in your hand and attributing one card you control with 2000 or more attack. This card gains 200 attack for each monster your opponent controls. This card loses 500 attack for each other monster you control. So, it's not the greatest thing in the world. It's something you could probably play around with, make a troll deck or something, but nothing really special there. But you get your gems, stuff like that, which is going to be important because I'm going to be talking about the gem situation later in the video, so stay tuned. Cumulative rewards, if you get 860 points, you can grab yourself VWXYZ Dragon Catapult Cannon, 3000 attack, 2800 defense, 8-star light attribute. You gotta have VW Tiger Catapult plus XYZ Dragon Cannon, so not gonna be too simple to summon, especially in ranked PvP with the current state of the meta right now. This is gonna be a very difficult card to get out. If you get it out though, kudos to you, congratulations, well done. Make sure you record that or at least take a screenshot. Okay, this card can only be special summoned from your extra deck by removing from play the above cards you control. You do not use polymerization. Once per turn, remove from play one card your opponent controls. Then this card attacks. You can change the battle position of the attack target. Flip effects are not activated at this time. Okay, so you get your gold, you get your gems, and when you get to 3160 points, you can get a free copy of Armed Dragon level 10, which is of course a level 10 monster. Win attribute, Dragon, 3000 attack, 2000 defense. This card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card cannot be special summoned except by attributing one Armed Dragon level 7. So you have to run level 7 with this, so this deck could be somewhat bricky depending on how you put it together. You can send one card from your hand to the graveyard to destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls. So it does have a really good effect, making it worth its while, but you know how effective it's going to be is going to really depend on how you build your deck around level 7, level 5, so on and so forth. It's going to be a very brick-heavy deck, no matter really how you slice it, but I mean, we'll see, because you're only going to run a 20-card deck. I mean, until Konami bumps this thing up to 30 minimum, or even maybe 40, which I highly doubt they'll touch 40, but make it 30 minimum, then these decks could be more usable, because then everybody else's decks won't be as consistent either. So, gives you a little bit more time to build up your combos. Anyways, so besides those two URs, which you get one of each for free, so you only have to farm 2 of the other if you really want 3 of each, you know, if you're a serious collector like me. Now we also get Lancer Lindworm, which is a dragon effect, 1800 attack, so he's an 1800 4-star beater, win attribute as well. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage to your opponent. And Jesus, I can't talk today. It's pretty early in the morning though, I do apologize. But so there is that. So keep that in mind. That's some big news right there. Pretty good dragon. I like it. I mean, it could see some play. I think that it makes dragons a little bit more feasible because we got another 2,000 beater to add to the mix. He's also win attributes. You could do some crazy plays there with you know, trying to think what his name is now. Oh, Birdman Joe. Birdman Joe. So you got some plays there. Could be pretty interesting. Now, here's where it gets a little bit annoying and a little bit weird, and I'm a little bit disappointed. But we should come to expect this from Konami at this point. Armed Dragon level 7, which used to be a level 41 of reward for Chazz, is now a farmable card. And it's a rare. I don't think I need to say anything. I think you guys can understand that already. He's a rare, and the SR is level 5, you know, whatever. And guess what? Level 5, he's been farmable at the gate since GX dropped. So, yeah. So another typical roaming event where you got to throw in stuff that we can already farm up is a little bit ridiculous. And whatever, you know, I'm not going to complain about it because I've already done it a million times. You guys know the struggle and the frustration with roaming events, and they continue. So his drops are pretty bad because you get one copy of Armed Dragon level 10 from the rewards, and you can farm up the UR, you know, catapult cannon. So the only drops you really can get that we don't have now besides the fusion is Lancer Lindworm. I mean, ugh. He may have some other like random rare or lower tier cards as well that are droppable. We'll have to look in that in a moment as soon as we can see them. But you know, this is also the layout for the actual duelathon aspect. You guys know how this works. We've done this a million times. So I'm not going to really talk about that with the new combos, times 2, times 3, times 4, times 5. Make sure you don't use your times 5 combo unless you're fighting a legendary duelist, because you'll get a big boost in points. So that's just a little tip from your boy Anime here. So keep that in mind. So I mean, that's really about it with the event. You know, nothing special. I didn't think his event was going to be great. One thing that a lot of people are irritated, and I completely understand, is we still don't get Mass Dragon. Mass Dragon should have been the drop. Should have been an SR drop. You know, not the stupid catapult cannon. Like, we don't care about catapult cannon right now. Or at the very least, don't make us get, you know, any more level 5s. Give us Mass Dragon. Hopefully we get that in the future as a free-to-play card, not a box card, because Mass Dragon is really good, and he's crucial to making dragons meta. And, you know, Konami refuses to give us that, so, you know, whatever. So, dragons are still not really a big thing yet. You know, this really, you know, bringing Armed Dragon level 10 into the mix right now doesn't really change much. You may see them every once in a while, but like I said, you still got to get out level 7 out first, and, you know, how many level 5, level 7 Armed Dragon decks are you seeing in the meta right now? None. So, you know, that just tells you about how much you're going to see Armed Dragon level 10. You know, this event's kind of, you know, whatever. But beyond that, so let's go ahead and go over a couple more things here. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about the card flipper campaign. Who cares? If you guys want to whale out with some new accessories, you can do that as well. If you guys want some new cosmetics or whatever, you know, that's more of a pay to look good feature. You know, it's not really necessary. You know, those are going to be in rotation. You can also get Master Gate keys, which I believe for 30 minutes you can farm up any gate duelist without using any normal or colored keys, which is kind of pointless because we farm keys up every single day. I mean, this is more for people who are lazy, who are not really farm inclined, like they don't farm much. I guess this is good for them if they got the money to throw at it, but it's not really worth it, guys. I would just say, not really worth it. You can become Yami Yugi with the new Facebook app. So I mean, woohoo! More cosmetic crap. So in celebration of the first anniversary of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links Facebook camera effect is now available. Unleash your inner duelist and turn into Yami Yugi. You see the details. I think the details go to a website. Yeah. So I think they both go to a website. So you guys can look at that yourself. I mean, you have to go to Facebook and check that out. So, I mean, if you're interested in that, you know, it's not really a big deal. We also have a survey regarding the Tag Duel tournament. So make sure you guys go in there and fill all that out. You know, anything that you want to discuss that you think you've had problems with or whatever, make sure you let them know in that as well. The KC Cup starting soon. Ugh, you guys already know about that, unfortunately. So that leaves us with just a couple things to go over regarding improvements to duel rewards and updates on the Forbidden Limited List and skill rebalancing, which we'll go over that first. So update number 3, adding Golden Bamboo Sword to the Limited Forbidden List. That has now been done. The Bamboo engine is now dead. I'm very upset. I'm not upset because it's kind of been nerfed in the meta, you know, in PvP. That's fine, whatever. But what I'm upset about is this is another situation where I don't think these limited and banned lists should apply to playing PvE, player versus environment, player versus AI, because there went my amazing farm deck for Cerberus. They already killed my Blue Eyes deck for farming by hitting Chance Vigilance. It's like, stop hitting these decks that we use for farming. Stop doing that, Konami. You can make a limited and ban list for PvP, for casual duels, for ranked PvP. You don't have to screw with us when we're playing AI or when we're playing PvE, you know, for farming. You don't need to. That's stupid. That's stupid. Especially when we're doing farming, most of the farms that we're attempting are going against duelists that have cards that we don't even have yet, you know, that are broken. Like Amazon's Village, for example, Necro Valley. You know, those cards have been in the game since like day 1. We don't have those. But you're going to nerf our cards that we can to help us farm? Like, that's stupid. I'm sorry, that's a stupid business sense right there. That is terrible logic. But then again, Konami logic, you guys know that drill. But anyways, so that's just a big, you know, big problem with me. I mean, I have no problem with these things being limited and banned in the PvP setting. But when it's player versus environment, leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Anyways, so there's that change. So guys, the Bamboo engine is now dead. So yeah, that's why I made that Snipe Hunter deck for you guys yesterday, so you guys could see that in action before it got nerfed. Anyway, now this is the big news. This is actually bigger news than the whole current event right now for Chazz. Like, this is the big news. Character skills can now be obtained through ranked casual duels. Yes, you guys have read that right. Now, at first glance, now this is very sneaky. We're going to talk about this whole little bit of information and why it's so severe in the longevity of this game and why I've been saying this game is dying and why this might be the nail in the coffin for this game if they do not improve something drastically after this. Character skills can now be attained through ranked casual duels. So basically now when you play ranked and casual duels, usually sometimes you'll get anywhere from like 2 to 3 to 4. If you're running a burn or a mill deck, you can get up to like 5 chests from a PvP victory and maybe even like 2 or 3 from a loss, depending on, you know, what all was done during the, you know, the entirety of the duel. So now you can actually get character skills to drop from those. Now that's cool. Now that's a big step forward. You know, that's a good plus. But here's the problem. They take a huge back step, you know, as we keep reading. Also, the amount of jewels, gold, and gate keys that players can obtain has been increased. That's good. That's nice. You know, we're going to get more jewels. Great. For those of you who are new players and you're trying to get cards from the card trader, that is a good thing for you. For those of you who, like me, who want to try and prismatic a lot of cards in the card trader, getting more rare jewels is nice. Getting more gold, great for a new player. Again, gate keys, again, for new players, so you guys can farm and get your decks built up. That's good. Now, all that is great. That's well and good. Kudos to Konami. Pat on the back. Great job. But now this is where you completely start throwing stuff at me, throwing some shade at the world, right? When obtaining skills as dual rewards, duplicates of skills you already own will no longer appear. Now, if you are hunting down specific skills and you're tired of getting the same skill over and over again, this is great news for you. Great news. But you better be a whale. And why I say you better be a whale player? As duplicates of skills will no longer exist, they will not be converted to gems. That just killed any semblance of a free-to-play option for this game. Once you've obtained the endgame level, is which I have reached, where you have basically farmed everything there is to farm, you've leveled up everyone there is to level up, and there's box sets still coming every single month, you no longer have a way to get gems. You're done. You can still farm up the occasional 1 gem drop or even the gems from events, that's fine. But those gems will not put a dent into anything from this point forward. I live and died by getting dupe skills of anywhere from 5 to 15 gem drops by farming level 10s, level 20s, whatever, for several hours a day for a week straight to get just a few hundred gems just to try and go in and get a couple packs. That option is now off the table. It's gone. This is a huge middle finger to all of you free-to-play players. Once you've reached the endgame level to where now you're living event to event and new character to new character, you are now screwed. Because that was a big fundamental aspect to keeping this game free-to-play friendly, was the fact that if you invested the time farming over and over again, those dupe skill drops of giving you anywhere from 5 to 15 gems were so good. They were the only thing that was keeping you able to even buy several packs to have a chance at getting a couple cards you need, you know, from every box set and so on and so forth. Now you have to spend your gems extremely smart. Now for me, this is bad because I'm a YouTuber, because I got to kind of go into every box for content purposes. So now I feel like now Konami's kind of pushing me into a wall where now I feel like I have to whale out in this game just to maintain content for you guys on a week-to-week basis or a month-to-month basis. Because now my farm to win aspect, which I've been kind of creating for you guys here on the channel, you know, more farming, less spending, is now kind of off the table. This is a huge middle finger to the free-to-play community. Like, the game was already on the verge of being extremely boring and sinking ship. Not sinking fast, but sinking, you know, enough to notice, to now giving all the free-to-plays the middle finger completely. I just don't know where this game's going to go at this point. I don't know if they're planning to bring some other way out to bring us gems more and more, because these roaming events, these, you know, this tag duel and all that, these are not going to be sufficient enough gems to maintain you in this game. You're not going to be able to maintain competitiveness this way. You know, if all these boxes keep bringing more and more cards that could change the meta severely or drastically or whatever, you're not going to be able to get those cards. You're not going to be able to bolster your decks to stay current or at least stay relevant, because you're not going to have the gems. So now you're going to have to start dipping into the credit cardo. You're going to have to get into the power of the wallet and hope, you know, there's some currency left on that thing at the end of the day. So, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know where Konami is going to go with that. But, yeah, this was a very deceiving update because it started off really good. It's like all good news. You're like, ooh, this is a big change. Oh, this is nice. Oh, we're getting more of that. And then, boom, they hide that little detail. Just it's like a little disclaimer that's not a disclaimer. It's like, oh, yeah, by the way, you won't get dupe skills no more, but they will no longer drop you gems. So, sorry, free-to-play players. You know, cry me a river. Anyways, so that's the big thing there of today's video. And then number 3, along with the above changes, the drop rates of skills from dueling legendary duelists have been adjusted. So I'm assuming that's been adjusted means raised, I'd assume. If that means lowered, then wow, because they're already bad enough. But I mean, we'll see. So I mean, and it's to create an even better experience for our players. Maybe your whale players, your pay-to-win players, but surely you cannot be serious when you're thinking that this is to help your free-to-plays, because it just doesn't. We will continue to add new content and work out balancing issues. Okay. But anyways, guys, so that's basically today's video. I also will show you a quick farm deck that I have not tested out yet, but this is my prototype farm deck for level 40, even maybe level 30 Chazz, the new one. So there's that. I can actually try it out for you guys here. If it's a failure, I'll probably just cut it out of the video, because I don't want to show you guys a deck that's going to be a complete failure. Actually, he's not even in the duel world, so they still have errors. So he's still not live yet. He was live, and then they took him down. So I'll have to come back to you guys with that deck build in the next one. So I hope you guys all enjoy that when I bring that out. We'll test that deck out, see if it works well. If it does, you'll see a video. Anyways, I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Hope you guys all enjoyed the review. Hope you guys can understand my irritation with the whole big change there with the whole free-to-play aspect, because that is a big hit to a lot of us. So anyways, catch y'all in the next one. Have a great night, a great afternoon, and a great morning. I just said that backwards. But make sure you hit that subscribe button. Sorry if my throat's all screwed up. It's pretty early in the morning. And don't forget to join our Discord in the link in the description below. And comment, like the video if you did, as always. And be sure to subscribe if you are new. Become an Impact player today. And I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Peace.